Hey everyone, future me, whoever listens to this, I don't know. Just wanted to walk home tonight and vent out some frustrations by talking into the void, and it seemed a little better if I talked into the camera. Some people might be looking, but probably not. Most people in with their own lives, which is good. Well, kind of worried that I'm gonna be losing my job soon, only because I'm afraid the business I work for is going to go under in general. Kind of sucks. Kind of really sucks. It's the best job I had too, but I'll keep working there for as long as they're able to pay me. But if they can't pay me after a while, totally understand. Economy's hard and restaurant business is getting rough too. They're gonna try doing it on Sundays to get a brunch in. Oh, shout out to the maybe 2 people that watched this. Go to Nash's in North Vernon, Indiana. It's good food, really good food. It's all homemade from scratch. Real nice people. Treats its employees great. Honestly, that's probably the main reason that we're gonna go under. Is just that he pays his people real good. Like, I'm a dishwasher making $16.50. He's got a heart of gold and he's getting real good things. It's just, you can imagine the kind of customers we need to support that kind of lifestyle for the employees. He actually pays the servers like twice what the minimum for a server is. He's a wonderful guy, great food. I really recommend it. But enough of the advertisement, I suppose. I've been super stressed, super bored, feeling like I'm not making anything of my life. If there's anything to be made, I guess work is the biggest stressor, just the fact that I may not have it eventually. But thinking back to where I have been, I am doing a lot better. Like, there's a bridge I'm coming up to that at one point in my life was almost the end point. So I guess we are doing really good in comparison to that. They say to look on the bright side, look on the positives. And there is a lot of positives. And you have to keep looking on those, or you can go into despair real bad, which that's worse as a deep dark hole. But better is also a really high ladder. So better to look on the positives, I guess. Well, I like art. Thinking about trying for tattooing of some sort. It's been a thinking dream for a while. Haven't done too much with that besides make some designs. I just think about that because drawing's the only real usable skill I have, even just in the creative fields. Everything else is, I kind of show up on time and just do the work I'm told, which isn't bad, but that gives me a job at, a fast food restaurant kind of thing, or factory. Which isn't that I don't want to do that. It's, I'm realizing at 28, because I had a sciatic nerve pinch, I'm like, well, my body can handle it now, but in the future, am I going to be able to handle a purely physical job. I worry about that. Sometimes. Also, I am doing better with the sciatic. You would have called me or checked on me like 2 weeks ago. Oh man, it was hard to go past that bridge. It really was. I had to talk all the way through that just to kick through. But if I would have gone, if I would have, called me 2 weeks ago, I would have been barely moving. And the week before that, I had to take off a day of work, which is not something I'm used to doing. But now at least I can power through with it. At the very least, it's not hurting nearly as bad. Like I can go through a full day of washing dishes, which is, on my feet pretty much the whole day. So that's good. I think for tomorrow, the main thing I have to do is go see my caseworker, and he's got to I got to probably talk to him about some stuff. Probably about if I need to get a second job or if I can help with that and possibly do it. Just probably back at Mickey D's for a little bit, which isn't the worst. There's certainly worse jobs out there, and I'll be working with my mom again. And if you guys never told your mom you love her, recently at least, if you can, go tell her that. She probably deserves it, It's your mother. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. It feels good just to vent about these things into the void. Just talking to the darkness, thinking about these things helps. Now I know what you might be thinking. Well, why don't you do therapy? Frankly, this is more responsive than therapy at this point. Therapy, it's almost, at least with my particular therapist, I'm not talking shit. I don't want to talk bad about her. She's doing the best she can with what she's got, as we all are. It just kind of gets discouraging when you got your therapist for your hour session and she's on her phone going, yeah, I'm listening, which I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, as we all do, but it certainly feels like that's all she's doing, which makes it almost feel worse, because you got one of your friends doing that. You really like your friends, you can, excuse that from them, and you feel like you can talk to them. But when it's professional, you're just like, well, I guess that's what they're supposed to be doing, and it just feels wrong to me to be rude to someone who I don't have that deep a connection to and doesn't seem want to put in that much effort to be a therapist. So sorry, that was a loud truck. I almost forgot I was being recorded at this point, honestly. And I'm making pretty good time with the walk-in. It's only been about 9 minutes and I'm about halfway home. I'm hoping eventually I can turn these walks into runs when I get my sciatic nerve under control enough. Because I used to like running. I really did. And I liked jiu-jitsu. I felt good exercise was really nice, and it would hopefully help me eventually get off these antidepressants, because they're just making me so not loopy, but just so bleh all the time. Plus I can't orgasm, which that's a really big side effect that I don't like. I gained a little bit of weight, which that's not a huge deal, but I can't exercise very well with this darn nerve going down the back into my leg. But we're pushing through, because probably working it out is okay, and I found some stretches online using ChatGPT as a reference. Which let this, oh my goodness, thank goodness, some very smart people made that thing. It gave me better, it's a faster response than Google on the darn thing, and Google's already fast enough. It goes through so quick, telling you all the right stretches, and YouTube's a great resource. Told me the right stretches to do and how to do them, and follow along. Even I'll probably do that, follow along again when I get home, frankly. And it's relieved it quite a bit, telling you the truth on that one. It's relieved it quite a bit. If it was for those, I probably wouldn't be walking the way I can right now. So hopefully, I don't know if I'll make another one of these or if I'll vent again, or maybe might do it tomorrow morning, or just thinking out loud kind of helps with these things, you know. Anyway, I'm glad everybody's doing good. Howdy, y'all. Continuing to talk into the void. Saw some people right there. That's good. All right. We're pushing through. We're getting home, and we're doing good on that. It's good to see people again. Having some trouble with talking to people still. I'm glad I got a romantic partner at the very least. He's really helped me get through things. Hello. Whew. Well, people can think I'm crazy. They probably don't, but sometimes I think that about myself still. I was in the psych ward for quite a long while. I think it was just mostly just having trouble coming up of age. I really do. I just stayed in my teen years through my 20s a little longer than I probably should have. And oh goodness, did I suffer for it. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, the schizo effect, it didn't help either. The seeing things. Those happen sometimes in offices' voices. This helps with the voices, believe it or not. It really does. So, I think we're doing good. I think we might end up making this a little hobby of some sort, and we'll slowly make it better, make a running video or something, and start walking. We'll decide what we want to do. I like doing different things. I like my art, I like my running, I like my walking, I like to do good stuff. We'll figure out something we want to do. Maybe just vent about these things. It's good to have a creative outlet anyway. I'll probably figure out how to talk on camera to the point where I don't think about there being a camera eventually. Even though this video sucks real bad. I know it does because it's all dark anyway. But I don't know. At least I can post it. Say I've done one and put it in the bank, and maybe tomorrow I can walk and put that on the list of things I've done. Well, we're about to go. Let's go this way past Mickey D's, I suppose. It'll be a little more bright down that way, even though you can't see enough. And now I see that I haven't had my face reflecting me very well, even though you can't see me half the time. But that's okay. Maybe I just put a blank background into this video. I probably won't put that much effort into it. I'm probably just going to ramble on for a while. Anyway, I hope, well, it helped me, so at least it helped one person. This is a good venting session. I hope who's ever out there, maybe go for a walk. I don't know what you should do. I ain't your boss. He's your own boss. But you probably know what's something you need to do that would help you make your life just a tiny bit better. Oh, better yet, make someone else's life a tiny bit better. Maybe try doing that. Or at the very worst, don't do the thing that's going to make it worse. You know? It sucks, I ain't gonna lie. That sucks sometimes, and honestly it feels like it does a lot of the time. But push on through, why the fuck not? You know? Live out of spite if you have to. Say, everyone's out to get me if that's how you feel about it, and just say, well, fuck them, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Some people make it real far on the prove them wrong situation. Then again, there could be other things that make it worse. I don't know. Just don't think about it those ways. That's a good one from Rick and Morty too, where he's like, what about the reality where Hitler killed cancer, Morty? The answer is don't think about it. Maybe the answer for I feel goddamn awful is, just don't think about it too much. Oh, I don't know anymore, guys. We're walking some more, going past Mickey D's. We almost home. It's been good to get this walking in. Get some walking in. It's been good. Since I feel like this is a therapy session, kind of or more of a self-journal session. Oh, I mean, that light looked cool. I am not in as shape as I used to be. Hey, maybe this will be the beginning of a compilation from years down the line where it's showing like, hey, he's in so much better shape now. Oh, and wouldn't that be kind of cool? Well, one can hope. It's something within mostly my control, I suppose. Hey, it's something to be said that it might be all in my control. Oh, none in my control. But it gonna happen, probably. Who knows? Ain't that enough for an ambiguous statement if there ever was one? I don't know why I'm talking more southern than I usually do. Or maybe this is as southern as I usually talk. I don't really know anymore. Whew. But at least I'm walking with a good enough reception that at least I can keep a conversation going, I suppose. That's the gas tank MMA. I like doing those things, I tell you. That's the jiu-jitsu that we passed there. I like rolling and doing that kind of thing. Like I have one video on this channel, if I'm not mistaken, where I rolled, and it's kind of hard to see, but I got my ass destroyed. But that's a probable thing. They just passed some tattoo spots. That'd be cool to end up doing. Y'all ever wonder when you last supposed to start? Like, not that you're unhappy with it, but you feel like, I never knew when this thing was supposed to start. Not even working out, but just begins. It feels like something that always has been and always will be, even though it don't always will be. It's y'all die. That's another thing I did recently. I paid for my own funeral, which I gotta tell you, that's an interesting thing, because granted, they didn't ask questions of like really accomplishments or anything like that, but I paid for it, and slowly still paying it off. But the nice thing is, since I was so young and had no pre-existing health conditions, it's paid for even if I died before the final payments. So that's a good thing. But makes you think, I'm like, well, I ain't done a whole heck of a lot. I've tried a lot of things and kind of completed most of them half-assed, but makes my list of accomplishments like, my biggest, at least physical accomplishment would have to be that I did a marathon. Almost did an ultra. Well, I guess I technically did an ultra. I got 35 miles in. I just missed the goal of the 50. It'd be nice to do that again, honestly. That was a good feeling to even make it that far. Just to show myself I could go through that kind of pain and mental fortitude to get that far. I wish I would have done more. Quitting hurts so much more than the pain of when you're in it. I tell you, the quitting hurts so bad. But I guess it's only quitting if I never do it again and never get it accomplished. This just means I'll be knocked down for 2 years. Don't mean I ain't going to do it again someday and actually finish it. Whew, now the sciatic is starting to move into the back of my knee a little bit. But that's okay. If we do this every day, the walking should become easier. You know, some people say supposed to rest these things all the time. I'm like, I got enough depression and just, I don't know depression, but enough general feeling like bleh that I'm sleeping like 12 hours a day. I get plenty of rest. I tell you, I need to get it moving. And you know, some people's probably better to get rest. Everyone's situation's different. But for me, I think getting moving is probably the better of the thoughts. Well, let's see how much that is. It's about 22 minutes of talking. I'm about to get to my location. It's probably not good that I show you where I live, even though you've probably been able to track where I've been going this whole time. I think we'll cut off right about there. Well, live long and prosper. Maybe the force be with you. And, well, I love myself and others. And hopefully you love other people too. All right. Peace out, everybody.